The Auburn Opelika Review, your weekly look at the people, places, events, and nightlife that make up the Auburn Opelika area. An exclusive presentation of the Alabama Cable Network and R&B Media.
Welcome into the Auburn Opelika Review. I'm your host, Randy Lee. We're standing outside of Standard Deluxe during Tomatoville. Now let's take a look at what's on tap here on the Auburn Opelika Review.
With over 40 years of combined experience, SignSource is the premier sign supplier for Central Alabama. From illuminated and monument signs for your business, to banners, car wraps, or political yard signs for the individual, SignSource can do it all. We specialize in designing sign concepts that get results. Contact us today at 256-825-0197 or on the web at signsourcenow.com. Go straight to the source. SignSource.
LMG is a marketing group dedicated to designing successful advertising techniques for all of its clients. LMG can handle any promotional project, from web design and signage to corporate apparel and media exposure. Contact LMG today through their website at leemarketing.net. LMG, success by design.
Did you know that in today's world that over 90% of your potential customers will look for your business on the internet before they ever contact you personally? eSolutions Media can help make sure your first impression is a lasting impression. We can build your business a website that will work for you or make your existing site even better. Having no online identity is like not having an identity at all. So call us today at 256-392-3990 or see for yourself at esolutionsmedia.com.
Customer service continues to be priority number one for Lee Apparel. Keeping with this mission, Lee Apparel is proud to announce the unveiling of the new website, leeapparel.com. Customers now will be able to go and shop for corporate and athletic apparel, customize their own design for these products, and order all at the click of a button. Whether it be for a club at your school, the youth group of your church, or helping to promote your growing business, leeapparel.com is the fun and simple way to get the job done. Designing your own t-shirts have never been easier. Check out leeapparel.com today.
With over 40 years of combined experience, SignSource is the premier sign supplier for Central Alabama. From illuminated and monument signs for your business, to banners, car wraps, or political yard signs for the individual, SignSource can do it all. We specialize in designing sign concepts that get results. Contact us today at 256-825-0197 or on the web at signsourcenow.com. Go straight to the source. SignSource.
LMG is a marketing group dedicated to designing successful advertising techniques for all of its clients. LMG can handle any promotional project, from web design and signage to corporate apparel and media exposure. Contact LMG today through their website at leemarketing.net. LMG, success by design.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Opelika Review here, and now I'm blessed to be joined by Robyn Bridges from the Auburn Opelika Tourism Bureau. Robyn, thanks for joining us tonight.
Hey, my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Well, Robyn, a big weekend down on the plains and a lot going on. I know you guys have been extremely busy. As soon as the Super 6 finished up in Tuscaloosa, the ball was shifted right back to you guys, and that's basically a year-round planning event for you guys, but we'll get to that a lot later on. But we want to talk about this big all-in weekend going on down on the plains.
Very good. It is the inaugural all-in weekend. You know, some folks were kind of sitting around in athletics looking at the calendar and thinking, you know what, this happens every year, and we need to do something to make a big deal out of it. Inevitably, there's one weekend where there are, you know, a dozen sporting events going on. So they decided that we, with our help, we're going to promote it and just make it a big thing. So we hope everybody will come out. There's a whole lot of stuff going on.
Well, it is, and we'll start with baseball, of course, softball and equestrian going on. So if you're a big Auburn fan out there, a ton of college athletics going on. Of course, opening weekend of baseball season is always huge, and Auburn opens up with a very tough opponent and future conference foe in Missouri coming in. So this is like starting out with a conference rival right out of the gate. So this should be a very good 3-game series on the Plains.
Definitely. We are so excited to have Missouri come in and join in the conference. They're going to kick off at 3 o'clock on Friday afternoon, and then, as you said, Brett, they're going to be here all weekend, 3 o'clock again on Saturday, and then a 1 o'clock game on Sunday. So we hope that the weather is going to be good to us. Also, softball going on, like you said, on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday as well, taking on a couple of different things. We got Oklahoma State and Georgia Tech on Sunday. So that'll be going on. Got a big equestrian event on Saturday at 1 o'clock over at the Horse Center where our team is competing with Georgia. And then there's a big basketball game on Saturday night at 7 o'clock where the men take on Mississippi State. So that'll be a good one, too. Well,
you get all types of sports this weekend. You can't say there's nothing to do in Auburn this particular weekend. I want to go back and talk just briefly about equestrian because a lot of people don't realize how good Auburn's equestrian team is and how competitive, always ranked up there, if not number 1 in the nation, in the top 3 in the nation. And, you know, that's a neat sport that a lot of people don't get an opportunity to go watch. So I really encourage, and I know you guys do too, encourage people to go out and check out an equestrian event. It's really cool.
It is very cool. And, you know, they are number 1 in the polls there at Auburn. So we're really excited about them. They've got a great season underway. They have been national champions before. You know, maybe they'll pull that off again next year. This year, excuse me. It is a gorgeous facility out there by the vet school, and it's just a neat event to watch. Great family atmosphere, of course, like all of our Auburn events are. But, you know, definitely encourage everybody to go out and take a look because it is just a lot of fun. And, I mean, those animals are beautiful, and the grace that, you know, that these men and women ride them with, and it's just unbelievable, really, how they perform.
Well, Robyn, it is, and again, like you said, it's a beautiful facility, and I really want people to understand that this is a cool sport, and it's something that's fairly new on the college scene, and they're very talented. You are athletic. You have to be athletic to be able to do the things that they do out there, and it takes a lot of skill and a lot of, I guess, for lack of better terms, rapport with your horse to be able to do some of the tricks that they're able to do.
Definitely. You are exactly right. These kids have worked, students have worked their whole lives, you know, just like all our athletes. This is what they've trained for and practiced for their whole lives, and, you know, they're at the top of their game. And it's something else to behold, I'm telling you.
Well, Robyn, here in 2012 on the Auburn Opelika Review, and you guys with the Auburn Opelika Tourism Bureau, this is going to be a weekly segment here, and we're going to be doing bigger and better things here on the AO Review each and every week. You and I, most of the time when our schedules fit, if not, it'll be somebody else from you guys or somebody else from our group doing this segment on the show. It's going to be a weekly event where what's happening in the Auburn Opelika area, because there's so much to do. Opelika downtown is so beautiful. It's been renovated. I know there's been a lot of hard work and effort that's been put into downtown Opelika, and we've been able to go down and cover several events in the Opelika area and a lot of the new restaurants that are down there. It's just a phenomenal place that people here in this area can frequent on a regular basis.
You know, we absolutely love it, and we're so proud of it. It's funny because I was just working today on our new, the revised edition for 2012 of the Dining Guide, and this is how I know that Opelika has exploded. Their restaurants have gotten too big to fit in the little square grid I have on that section for our map.
That's a good problem.
I'm going to have to fit a circle or something, I don't know, because there's so many little dots and numbers they won't even fit on the map anymore. They have got a brand new restaurant opening in March. Oh, gosh. I forget the name of it. I apologize, but it'll be a sports bar type place with wings and burgers and that kind of thing right down there on the corner across from the Irish Bread Pub. You know, we've had 3 new restaurants open down there already this year alone, so they are rocking and rolling. They're planning a big St. Patty's Day celebration coming up in March for the first time. They've never done that on that holiday, so they're going to be doing that downtown. And, of course, on the tracks will be coming up in spring, later on in spring as well. That's always a fantastic event. Goes on twice a year, and a great way to just spend a nice evening in downtown Opelika, seeing all those restaurants and bars and live entertainment. It's just a super fun place to be.
It is, Robyn, and hey, and we'll give you a pass on the name of that restaurant. But hey, there's so many restaurants and businesses opening up, which is a great thing in the Auburn Opelika area. Hey, you're gonna have to jog your mind a little bit every once in a while, and y'all do a phenomenal job. And hey, when that restaurant opens up, we'll be down there, and we'll want to cover it and talk about that new restaurant along with everything else that goes on. Real quickly before we let you go here, I know I talked with John earlier. You guys are heading to 2 golf shows this weekend. Talk about that for just a second.
Yeah, that's something that we do every year about this time. We do it the first quarter of every year, and that's just kind of us quietly behind the scenes going about our business. We go all over, the different staff members on our team go all over the Northeast. We do about 10 shows, everywhere from, I shouldn't just say Northeast, they're everywhere from Los Angeles to Cleveland to Michigan. So we are going everywhere and just telling all these folks about the beautiful weather and the great golf here in Auburn Opelika. It's snowing on the ground up there, so we go up there and tell them it's 70 degrees where we are, and they're just all excited to hear about it. And we'll plan their trips for them and, get them down here in big groups. And we've had a lot of success with that over the years and introducing those people, not just to the Robert Trent Jones Trail, which of course is world famous, but to all the golf we have right here in the area. We have people, that have heard about it and just want to come see it and want to experience it. So we have had a lot of success with that, and that's an exciting time for us.
Absolutely, and such a great golf destination as well, with a ton of golf courses in the area, and we'll save that for another day. But yeah, it's easy to brag when you travel up north right now that we have 70 degree plus weather here on a normal basis, and in the months of January and February. So it does make them jealous. Real quick, Robyn, Facebook is a great place for people to get in touch or follow you guys, and of course they link straight off of our page on the AO Review. And if you're not friends with you guys, you're missing out on the opportunity to win things like tickets and hotels, stays, and food. Isn't that right?
That is definitely right. We just got through giving away for the all-in weekend a weekend package and big screen TV. So you have got to be following us and watching us on Facebook and Twitter, and you will have a chance to win all that great stuff all year long. We're giving good stuff away. So find us and don't miss out.
Well, Robyn, we'll definitely encourage people to do that. If they're not already there, we're going to make sure they do, because they're selling themselves short if they're not following you guys with all those great prizes and things to give away. But Robyn, looking forward to hanging out with you a lot more this year and spending some time here on the AO Review, highlighting things in the Auburn Opelika area, and we just really appreciate you taking time out to join us.
Hey, my pleasure. Thanks for having me, and we'll look forward to it.
Sounds good, Robyn. Have a good one.
Thanks, Brett. You too. Bye-bye.
All right, thank you so much. That's Robyn Bridges with the Auburn Opelika Tourism Bureau, folks. And again, so much going on here in the Auburn Opelika area. You need to get out, take advantage of it. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter at AO Review, and also we'll be linked directly to the Auburn Opelika and become sporting events, hotel stays, free vouchers to restaurants, and all that good stuff. So we really appreciate our partnership with the Auburn Opelika Tourism Bureau. Stay tuned. More of the AO Review coming your way right after this.
LMG is a marketing group dedicated to designing successful advertising techniques for all of its clients. LMG can handle any promotional project, from web design and signage to corporate apparel and media exposure. Contact LMG today through their website at leemarketing.net. LMG, success by design.
Did you know that in today's world that over 90% of your potential customers will look for your business on the internet before they ever contact you personally? eSolutions Media can help make sure your first impression is a lasting impression. We can build your business a website that will work for you or make your existing site even better. Having no online identity is like not having an identity at all. So call us today at 256-392-3990 or see for yourself at esolutionsmedia.com.
Customer service continues to be priority number 1 for Lee Apparel. Keeping with this mission, Lee Apparel is proud to announce the unveiling of the new website, leeapparel.com. Customers now will be able to go and shop for corporate and athletic apparel, customize their own design for these products, and order all at the click of a button. Whether it be for a club at your school, the youth group of your church, or helping to promote your growing business, leeapparel.com is the fun and simple way to get the job done. Designing your own t-shirts have never been easier. Check out leeapparel.com today.
With over 40 years of combined experience, SignSource is the premier sign supplier for Central Alabama. From illuminated and monument signs for your business to banners, car wraps, or political yard signs for the individual, SignSource can do it all. We specialize in designing sign concepts that get results. Contact us today at 256-825-0197 or on the web at signsourcenow.com. Go straight to the source. SignSource.
LMG is a marketing group dedicated to designing successful advertising techniques for all of its clients. LMG can handle any promotional project, from web design and signage to corporate apparel and media exposure. Contact LMG today through their website at leemarketing.net. LMG, success by design.
Did you know that in today's world that over 90% of your potential customers will look for your business on the internet before they ever contact you personally? eSolutions Media can help make sure your first impression is a lasting impression. We can build your business a website that will work for you or make your existing site even better. Having no online identity is like not having an identity at all. So call us today at 256-392-3990 or see for yourself at esolutionsmedia.com.
Opelika Review. I'm Luke Robinson, and I'm here now with David Morrison of the Opelika Auburn News. David, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Doing great. Listen, thanks so much for being with us on short notice. We really do appreciate it. I want to talk a little bit about Auburn sports right now, and let's start with probably the most positive aspect right now, and that is the assistant coaching searches and who they've hired, and they've got one left to go, I believe, and Willie Martinez looks to be that guy, doesn't he?
Yeah, I mean, earlier this month they filled up the offensive and defensive coordinator jobs, obviously, with Brian Van Gorder and then Scott Leffler. And yeah, there is one left to be had, and that's Philip Wally's old job, cornerback coach. And Willie Martinez is pretty much the prohibitive favorite. And I'm fairly certain it's close to a done deal, but they haven't announced it officially yet because I think, maybe there might be a little bit more shuffling on the staff as far as who's coaching what and stuff like that, or maybe they're just still kind of haggling over the final points of the contract or something, but it's not officially official yet, but it's pretty much official. And I mean, Willie Martinez is a guy who's worked with Brian Van Gorder at 3 different stops at UCF, at Central Michigan, and at Georgia, so they know each other really well. He's got a pretty good rep as a good recruiter and, a guy who produces NFL talent. But, so, I mean, I think overall it would be a good hire.
The new coaches, Loeffler and Van Gorder, they've been well received on the Plains, haven't they?
Oh, yeah. They definitely have been well received. I mean, especially Van Gorder coming from the NFL, especially right after the Falcons season ended. He was hired the next day, so that was a big hit with Auburn fans. And then Leffler, I mean, I think when he was first hired, people were kind of curious as to why it took so long, seeing as how he'd been done for more than a month. His season had been done. But then the more they kind of learned about him, the more they kind of learned about his rep as a quarterback molder, or a guy who knows Tom Brady by first name and can text him whenever he wants to. I think that kind of overtook them as far as excitement.
Well, let's talk a little bit about Auburn basketball right now. The team has shown some signs of life. There's no doubt about it. But I was a lot more impressed with probably a loss that they had at Mississippi State than just about any win they've had. In fact, I think 2 of their most impressive games have been losses to Kentucky and then the game that I just referenced at Mississippi State. But, of course, last Tuesday they got waxed by a pretty average Alabama team. What do you think is going on with the Auburn basketball team right now?
I think they're really still just trying to find their identity. Barbie's players are mixing in with Weibo's old players. If you've seen them, they've played 2 very different styles of basketball this year. Most of the season they've spent doing the kind of slow it down, get shots at the end of the shot clock and grind it out style. And then against Mississippi State, they ran. They ran with Mississippi State, and they were able to keep with them because they shot so well in that game, and also because Mississippi State's not the best defensive team. But, it seemed like they've been making steady progress for pretty much the entire season until that Alabama game where they took a huge step backwards, and that was just them not showing up that night, plain and simple. Alabama just outplayed them pretty much in every aspect. I think they took another little step forward against Ole Miss. They led for most of that game before giving it up at the end. So, it should be interesting to see how they come out against Mississippi State on Saturday, especially with a week off, and especially with a team like Mississippi State, who's kind of struggling right now, and who Auburn played so close last time.
Well, the Auburn baseball team is about to throw out the first pitch. I believe it's this weekend, and I think they take on Missouri. So that's going to be an interesting game because, of course, Missouri is coming into the SEC. But what about the Auburn baseball team, and what are their prospects for this year?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how good Auburn's baseball team is, and this will be a good weekend to test it out because Missouri's a pretty historically strong program. Like you said, they're going to be a conference foe for Auburn starting next year. They're going to be moving to the SEC. Auburn's got a lot of question marks up and down its lineup. I mean, their starting rotation's pretty much set in pitching. Derek Varnador, he got drafted by the Marlins in the 17th round, decided to come back. He's going to be their ace. They've got guys like Slade Smith, John Luke Jacobs, who have a lot of pitching experience. And then in the lineup, I think they return only, two guys who started more than 20 or so games last year, and one of them, Creed Simpson, moving from center field to second base. So, I mean, they have a lot of question marks up and down that lineup, but the good news is they've got a lot of, talented newcomers, be it from junior college or be it from the high school ranks, that are going to kind of get thrown into the fire early and see what they can do before the conference season kicks in. So, I mean, they got picked to finish last in the West this year, but, I mean, I can see them being a little bit better than that. But, I mean, I guess anything's possible because nobody really knows what to expect out of that lineup yet. Yeah,
I don't think a lot of people picked Auburn to win the West last year, so you never know. They could certainly surprise some people. Well, David, you're going to be moving on from the Opelika Auburn news here very soon. Tell the people where you're going to be going.
Yeah, I'll be moving up to Greensboro, North Carolina to cover colleges up there. So Duke, UNC, Wake, and North Carolina State. Not nearly as strong in football as Auburn is, but maybe I'll get to see a little bit higher level basketball up there.
Well, you've got to make some sacrifices somewhere. And you know what? Wake Forest every now and again will surprise you. So I think that you're going to have a lot of fun up there. That is definitely a beautiful area. But you're leaving a beautiful area as well. Auburn is certainly a great place to live, and I know you've had a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's been good to me for the last 3 years. So I definitely have mixed emotions. I'm excited about the new job, but also kind of sad to leave the life that I've started in Auburn.
Well, listen, Bud, thank you so much for joining us, and we're going to have you on again on some of our other sports programming when we want to talk about some ACC action. So we'll keep your number, okay?
All right, sounds good. Thanks a lot.
That was David Morrison with the Opelika Auburn News. Certainly do appreciate his being with us. We'll be back in just a minute with more of the Auburn Opelika Review.
Did you know that in today's world that over 90% of your potential customers will look for your business on the internet before they ever contact you personally? eSolutions Media can help make sure your first impression is a lasting impression. We can build your business a website that will work for you or make your existing site even better. Having no online identity is like not having an identity at all. So call us today at 256-392-3990 or see for yourself at esolutionsmedia.com.
Customer service continues to be priority number one for Lee Apparel. Keeping with this mission, Lee Apparel is proud to announce the unveiling of the new website, leeapparel.com. Customers now will be able to go and shop for corporate and athletic apparel, customize their own design for these products, and order all at the click of a button. Whether it be for a club at your school, the youth group of your church, or helping to promote your growing business, leeapparel.com is the fun and simple way to get the job done. Designing your own t-shirts have never been easier. Check out leeapparel.com today.
With over 40 years of combined experience, SignSource is the premier sign supplier for Central Alabama. From illuminated and monument signs for your business, to banners, car wraps, or political yard signs for the individual, SignSource can do it all. We specialize in designing sign concepts that get results. Contact us today at 256-825-0197 or on the web at signsourcenow.com. Go straight to the source. SignSource.
LMG is a marketing group dedicated to designing successful advertising techniques for all of its clients. LMG can handle any promotional project, from web design and signage to corporate apparel and media exposure. Contact LMG today through their website at leemarketing.net. LMG, success by design.
Did you know that in today's world that over 90% of your potential customers will look for your business on the internet before they ever contact you personally? eSolutions Media can help make sure your first impression is a lasting impression. We can build your business a website that will work for you or make your existing site even better. Having no online identity is like not having an identity at all. So call us today at 256-392-3990 or see for yourself at esolutionsmedia.com.
Customer service continues to be priority number one for Lee Apparel. Keeping with this mission, Lee Apparel is proud to announce the unveiling of the new website, leeapparel.com. Customers now will be able to go and shop for corporate and athletic apparel, customize their own design for these products, and order all at the click of a button. Whether it be for a club at your school, the youth group of your church, or helping to promote your growing business, leeapparel.com is the fun and simple way to get the job done. Designing your own t-shirts has never been easier. Check out leeapparel.com today.
Thanks for tuning in to the Auburn Opelika Review. We'd love to hear from you. Make sure to go to our webpage as well as Facebook and Twitter and let us know what you like and what you don't like about the website. Look forward to seeing you next week.